everybody, it's Elizabeth from Love from Lizzie. This is my monthly hero card kit, but I made an advent calendar this time. I hope you don't mind, it's a little different from my 10 cards 1 kit. I wasn't actually going to start videoing this. I did start creating this advent calendar off camera, so that's why I'm halfway through, I'm afraid. But all I did was took apart the dies that came in the My Monthly Hero set, and I'm putting them in a pot because my desk can get a little bit messy when I'm organically creating, and I very much was with this. All I knew was I wanted to make my son an advent calendar. So I picked up one of my paper pads that I sell in my little Love from Lizzie shop, and I picked out a couple of the paper sets that I really liked. And these are nice, thick, heavy paper stocks, so they'd work perfectly for what I had in mind. So these are 8 by 8 inches. So all I did was put them into my trimmer and trimmed off 2.5 inches from one edge. And it didn't matter the orientation of the page, it was the pattern, because it was going onto one of these ornament shapes. Somewhere it would be upside down, so it didn't make much difference as to which side it was. So, and I also would like to take this opportunity to apologise for how bad I am at staying on screen in this video. For some reason, I think because I wasn't card making, I just wasn't as conscious or as aware that I had the camera on me. Okay, so now I've trimmed down all of my sheets of paper, and all of these lovely bits that are left over I'll keep for something else. I might make paper chains with them or something, because then they'll all coordinate. But these papers are split. There is 16 sheets, 8 of which are double-sided, and 8 are sort of patterned, or they're glittered or glossed or something. So I used a whole set, plus I used half of another set, as it were. I used the reverse side of the paper, so to be able to make 24 different little ornaments. So anyway, I've popped those pieces aside, and now this is where you can see that I started making this before I started filming. So when you put that net die through the Big Shot, or whichever die cutting tool you have, it also embosses the lines, and you don't have to be any good at origami. You just fold where the lines are, and you fold them all inwards, so that the outside has the pattern on, and that's your basic shape. Now, I'm not sure if this was what the idea was when it was put together, but this is what I did with it. So anyway, I tape it down with a bit of washi so that it doesn't shift, and then I just work my way through cutting all the patterns. But I do keep all of sort of the waste part, if you like, the bits from around the edges, because they come in handy a little bit later on. So yeah, I run through. Obviously there's 24 of them, so I didn't think you'd want to see all of them. And then yes, this is what they are now starting to look like now that they're all die cut. Okay, so you get to watch a little bit of me folding. Again, I really hope you don't mind, this isn't a card making tutorial, but I thought it was something a little bit different, and it was paper based, and it was from Hero Arts, and this kit was a little bit difficult, I think, for card makers to use for cards. So anyway, this was how I managed to make use of the kit. I am putting some double-sided finger lift tape on the closest side of the tab, as you can see there at the top, so that when I peel that off and stick it down, there's a really nice adhesion along that edge, and you're not going to have a little bit flicking out, which is the sort of thing that would irritate me. And there we go. So now I have to do that for all of these, so I fold them all in, and then I run the tape along that top inside edge of the flap. Okay, so I'm going to show you the next bit. I pick out all the pieces of patterned paper that aren't double-sided. The double-sided ones I take away. Can't use those for this. And now this is what I actually bought from Hero Arts. Again, this video wasn't shot to show the kits and everything, but I bought the kits and I bought some of the add-ons as well. And in this, I'm using the number add-ons, and I'm using these particular sort of little tag dies as well, because they fit perfectly. And I'm just showing how I pull my dies apart here with my little pliers. And I wanted to use the numbers out of this stamp set, and I wanted to use the smaller, which are the bottom of the two sets. So this is where, again, you can see how organic this is. Oh, there's my head. And yeah, I'm just about to start stamping with VersaFine, no less, one of the muckiest inks I own, without my craft mat. So here's my craft mat. I pull myself together and get myself sorted. Now, I decide to die cut and then stamp, because generally speaking, I'd stamp the other way round. I'd rather stamp and then die cut. But as I had 24 to die cut, to make sure that I had it all lined up on the die cutting plates, it was just easier to stamp in the centre. So here are 24 cut tags, and now I'm just going to work my way through using just the VersaFine and stamp all of the numbers from 1 through to 24 on the reverse white sides of these pretty pattern papers. There's no particular order. I hadn't allocated various pattern papers for the different numbers. It was just as they came. Okay, so again, you didn't want to see all of that, so I chopped a load out, but there are my numbers all nice and stamped. I did stamp off the numbers, I hasten to add, on that post-it pad there, just to make sure that the first impression was okay. And it was. Okay, now, so here I have some curling ribbon. I think this one's from IKEA, but any old one will do the job. And I'm just lacing it through the 4 holes, lacing on the little number, and then tucking it through once. That's it. I'm not even tying it hard. And then there it is. And this is the idea behind what I wanted to do. Now, my son's 2, and I'm a bit of a mean mummy. I don't really let him have chocolate or anything like that. I like to keep his treats as healthy as possible. And I like to give him these naked, what we call them sweeties. They're made out of dates and nuts and fruit, so they're all natural. They taste exactly the same as like chocolate and sweets. So, and he's none the wiser, which is why I like to make his advent calendar. So there, I've put half a bag of the little sweet, what we call sweeties, in there, and they were off. Now, so here they are, all tied up, filled up with either the naked sweets or the bare claws, half a bag of each. They're all brilliant because they're all fruit and veg, so they make me happy that he's having something. And yeah, I'm just trying to show you inside there. I'm not really sure if you can see properly, but yes, and that's how they work. And this is how I've displayed them. I have got them up in my kitchen because I know if they're within his reach, he will pull those down straight away. Please excuse my camera skills. I think the tripod is, generally speaking, the best way for me to go. But yes, so I have them all in number order as well, because he's 2. We are learning numbers, so I think if I higgledy-piggled them up, that would also create more confusion for the poor little sausage. And here are some still shots. So please excuse my kitchen and all of the other bits and pieces that you can see floating around in there. But yeah, that's my advent calendar for my little boy. I hope